Okay, let's get straight to the point. Let's get into this breaking news update about the Young Dolph trial verdict coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. So we all know Young Dolph was shot and killed at MEMPHIS Cookies on November 17, 2021 in his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. Now, these two guys right here, Cornelius Smith to the left and to the right, this is Justin Johnson, who went by the rap name Straight Drop. And of course, this is a little clip from the picture of the scene outside of MEMPHIS Cookie when they was running away to get back into the car. Now, those two have since, Cornelius Smith just testified against Hernandez Govan, telling everything about what happened, that Big Jug, they all met up at the house and all this kind of stuff. But he never said he was just tied in with Big Jug. But he did say, Hernandez Govan offered $100K for not just Young Dolph, for some other people affiliated with PRE. But they ended up getting Young Dolph, and that was for $100K. Now, what happened to the money? Who knows? But like I said, Hernandez Govan was found not guilty in this whole situation. And of course, it made a lot of people feel some kind of way. Let's get into this verdict that was read in the courtroom at this moment when Hernandez Govan realized he was going free.
Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, count 1. We, the jury, found the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 1 of the indictment. State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 2 of the indictment.
So Hernandez Govan was found not guilty, but a lot of people feel like he was guilty. Definitely in the streets. But the thing about it is, Cornelius Smith testifying just wasn't enough. He was already one of the ones that, confessed that he did it. But there wasn't no text message. There wasn't no phone, nothing that can show, yeah, this happened and you was paid $100K for this. Because you remember when he said he went to the house and Big Jug was there? One day, Big Jug said no talking with no phone. Take those outside. Very smart on his part. But you got to have evidence. And Hernandez Govan, due to basically lack of evidence, ended up walking away scot-free. And the thing about it is this. The breaking news that we have about this is that the jury foreman in this case have just did an interview with WREG News exclusive and spoke about how the district attorney basically did a horrible job. But what's crazy is this. You know how you can, Hernandez Govan was found not guilty, but inside people like, man, he did that. The jury foreman basically in some form, shape, or fashion spoke for everyone. But then the person kind of like, oh, wait a minute. I don't want to speak for everyone, but let's be honest. That jury foreman was speaking for everyone when that person said, we made the verdict, but we really, really, really didn't feel good about it. So you know what they're saying, right? They really feel like Hernandez Govan was guilty, but by the court of law, they can't just go find him guilty just because. They have to find him not guilty based on the evidence. Let's get into this news clip. Let's go.
Under a cloak of secrecy and under the agreement their voice would be altered, the foreperson for the 12-member jury that acquitted Hernandez Govan is speaking exclusively to your news leaders.
We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty.
From the moment the 12 jurors plus 4 alternates were chosen.
You put 16 strangers in a room and tell them, hey, you guys got to live together for a week.
And the seriousness of the situation was made all too clear, even at the hotel where they were kept secluded. No phones, no clock radios, no outside influences.
Instead of just taking the power cord, they tore the TVs off the wall.
As the trial stretched on, there was one witness for the state, Cornelius Smith, an admitted gunman who was most memorable, we were told, but not for the reason the prosecution was pinning its hopes on.
Statement after statement, he's rebutted by his own statement. So if this is the prosecution's star witness, that case should have never went to trial.
In the end, it's not what was said or even presented that left the jurors deciding Govan should be cleared of all charges.
It's not what was there, it's what wasn't there.
A final decision was then reached with a show of hands.
You have to understand that I don't think anybody, but I'll just go with myself, felt great about the verdict.
Before the switch was flipped, signaling to the court after 3 hours of deliberation, the decision was made.
Now, Young Dolph family, I'm sure, hearing this is not going to like this. Because this basically, their jury foreman in so many words said, We know Hernandez Govan is guilty, but we can't convict him. You know what they say from the OJ trial? If it doesn't fit, it must acquit. And that's just basically what it was. The district attorney, the DA, did not have a solid case. The streets know, yeah, he did it. Yeah, he was affiliated. Yeah, he probably met up with Big Jug. Yeah, they knew each other. They was in pictures together. But you can't just go and say you're guilty just because of those things. You even hear the jury foreman say they didn't just take the TVs, unplug them, and take the outlets away. They snatched the TVs off the wall. They didn't let them go home. They made them stay in a hotel. Nobody knew about it. Now, like I said, the jury foreman said that everybody felt. Then the jury foreman pulled back and said, no. I'm going to speak for me. But that jury foreman was in the room. That jury foreman is speaking for everybody because that's how they felt. It's definitely that, man, we know he probably did this, but we can't just send him in away for a long time. It's the DA job to prove the case, and it's the defense job to sit back and make sure they prove the case, but also show some doubt that they didn't. And that's exactly what happened. And now Hernandez Govan is out here doing Vlad TV interviews, gonna be doing no jumping interviews. Out here, he finna be out here getting paid. He finna make him a lot of money off the fact that he was found not guilty of orchestrating this whole young Dolph being shot and killed at Makita's Cookie back in 2021. It's a crazy world we live in now, but unfortunately, people can get rich off this type of stuff. But y'all get in the comments, tell what y'all think about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share my video. I'm Greta Matt. Holla.